Well, that's one way to start a stream. Well, hello. Welcome back to the Melvin Leroy channel. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I'm a little bit early to get started here, so it might be crickets for a little while, but that's okay. It just kind of happened to work out that way. So here we are on the ground in Hewlett, Wyoming, and we're going to be doing the first leg of a new series called Fun Things to See in Wyoming, oddly enough. And we're going to kind of hit the northeast corner of Wyoming today and see some one thing that's pretty iconic, and most people have probably already seen it, but we're gonna buzz by Devil's Tower. We're gonna see some of the coal mining industry in this part of the state. We're gonna hit a place called Flaming Gorge, Glendo Reservoir, and possibly, and then a little secret spot that's hidden in plain sight that I actually didn't even know about until a couple of years ago. Hey, JPC. Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you very much, my friend. Thank you. Welcome in. But we're going to be in the Kodiak today, and I think I've got it split up into about 7 or 8 different legs here, and by the time we're done, I mean, we won't see the whole state, but we'll hit the highlights of some things that are pretty common, but also a few that you maybe haven't heard of before. And you're welcome to fly along if you want, as always. And this is kind of what we have going on. Maybe. Well, it's always hit or miss whether or not my commands are going to work. Let me see what's going on here. I don't know. That's what we're doing. So anyway, all right, let's hop in. Enough messing around. Let's get the party started and get this Kodiak ready to go. So let's first things first. How about we make sure that we have I never can find. I always feel kind of bad about this, but I still, after 2 years, can't find where they put the field. There it is, flight planner. You'd think it'd be easy to remember, but and we've got I'm going to just put a little bit more fuel in. We don't have to go crazy with what we're doing here, but we're taking a bunch of friends along. Eight friends coming today because we're all interested in seeing what's going on in the wonderful Cowboy State. Anyway, okay. So we've got. Actually, I don't know. Let me make sure I've got tie downs. Oh no, I still have all this stuff on here. Chalk's coming off. Tie downs. Oh boy, what is going on? Why are we? Why? Oh boy. I don't know why we moved like that. This does not bode well. Is it that windy? That was really crazy. Have you ever had that happen to you, JPC? That's wild stuff. Yeah, parking brake is it was set, but we just decided to pivot a little bit, kind of like friends. Pivot. That was really strange. Yeah, it got an update. It actually is working pretty well. I like it. I really do. I think it's flying better than ever, actually. So I've enjoyed the heck out of things. All right, everything here is idle and off. All my switches are off. We're good to go. We're going to turn the fuels on here. Yeah, this is the native 2024 version. And like I say, it's working pretty well. Battery on. It's going to align the AHRSs here. And while it does that, let me show you what the flight plan is going to look like today. So this is the whole flight plan, by the by. This is everything so far that we're planning on doing. And starting up here in the northeast corner, kind of zipping around. We're going to get all the way down to here. today. So like northeast corner down to kind of the east central part of the state. And you might notice that there are, some kind of more county municipal paved airports, but then there's also things like the Keyhole Reservoir Airport that we're going to look for, and if that looks landable, we're going to land it. And then there's all kinds of these little tiny guys that are here and there. Most of them are ranch airports. Some of them are landing strips for the oil and gas fields. But we'll just kind of as we're cruising, we'll just kind of take a look. And like I say, if they look like they're landable, there's a bunch of them. I don't think we'll hit all of them, but yeah, we're going to end up here at Congress County Airport before it's all said and done. And hopefully you guys will enjoy. All right, that is aligned. And let's see, what do we need here? Aux fuel pump can come on. We're going to go ahead and turn the ignition on. And we're going to go starter on. We're going to look for more than 14% NG. There's 14%. I don't mind it coming up a little bit more. We're going to go fuel condition lever to high idle. She's spooling up. I must have my sounds turned way down here. Sorry about that, folks. Oh, yeah. There we go. Get the sounds turned up. Solid sounds. I mean, decent. But really low. Really low. I don't feel like we have a good start here. No, we're rolling back. All right, something didn't work right there. All right, warning. Yep, I get you. Yep, our oil pressure never did come up. Okay. All right, we got fuel pump on. I didn't put the nav lights on. That's probably it. Yeah, aux fuel. It's pretty simple. Ignition to high, and start ignition on, starter to high, and this guy. Yeah, shouldn't have had it all. Yeah, that probably screwed it up. So let's stop. Let's stop. Yep, so we're on cutoff right now. Fuel pump on, yep. On and on. Not fuel pump, but fuel flow, fuel valve on. This is the one I always miss. I leave it, this is a cutoff right there. Alright, let's try this one more time here. We've got, I don't have anything. Do I have something? Did I forget about plugs or something? No, I don't think I did. You know, the way it swung around, it kind of makes me feel like maybe we have a weird load. The way it kind of swung around. I'm gonna just reload in here, you guys. I feel like that was something a little buggy. All right, so we'll pick the same aircraft. We're on Whiskey 43, I believe. Whiskey 43. Hewlett Municipal. And let's pick, it doesn't really matter, pick 9. I think I was in spot 8 last time, so we'll pick 9 here. Let's just see if we just had a weird, sometimes you get like a little bit of a strange load up. So, okay. Not exactly a super great VFR type of day today, if I'm being honest. A little bit overcast, a little windy. We got some rain last night. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm really happy about that because we need it, but
you need to set parking brakes to request ground services.
Alright, but so let's load that up there. Got a little extra fuel. Hi, Ron. Welcome in, sir. And it keeps saying I need to set parking brake. Well, they're set. I don't really care about ground services, but I do want my parking brake. Yeah, let's see what happens here. Pretty much all default scenery, by the way. So the airports aren't going to be anything fantastic, but that's okay. You know, it's all about looking around outside today, and for this initial leg here, we actually have a little ranch just right to the southwest of the airport that we might even take a look at here, called the IPY Ranch. Kind of a neat little spot. All right, enter fine there. That's all good there. That's aligning. Let's go ahead. We never did put the nav light on last time. That's probably what killed us. Right there. Right there. Beacon light as well. And again, just checking here. Everything else is off. All these things are off here. To my knowledge, I don't think this has beacon or breakers that I don't think these are functional. Maybe they are. Yeah, there might be some that are. Oh, actually, it looks like maybe most of them are. I don't know. But those are all in and fine. All right, we're aligned. So here we go. Sorry. Let's not get carried away here. Turn the fuel on first. Cool. Everything is cut off, idle, all that stuff. Now we can go aux pump and ignition on and starter. And we're looking for at least 14. There it is. Okay, let's come up to low idle. There we go. That sounded more like there. Now we're lighting. All right, that was good. That was good. Cool. All right, that's fine. Now we can come off here. We're gonna go high idle. Let's go standby on the aux pump. Ignition also can come off. Generator, alternator on. Avionics bus, aux bus can come on. And that's more like it. Yeah, we must just had a funny load in. Awesome. Okay. And I think, you know, I don't know. I'll put a little bit of a flight plan in, but I don't know how much I'm going to follow it, honestly. So, you know what? I think we'll just leave it as it is. I think we're going to initially, it'll be more of a climb out. On a certain heading at a certain altitude. I think initially we're going to just get out here on about a 200 heading. Oops, that's altitude. And I think we're at 4,000 feet already, so I don't want any more than about, we're going to kind of be generally westbound, so 65 will kind of be the limit. And then 200. And actually, maybe, you know what? Maybe. Let's go look at the IPY Ranch just to start out. And that's actually kind of about a 250 heading. Hey, good fixins. So we'll start out 250. We'll keep it nice and low. If we think the IPY Ranch looks good, we'll hit it. If not, we'll have the Devil's Tower just literally right there. So, oh, good Lord. I already had to restart it one time because it was a little bit of a weird load in, I think. Oh, we shall see. Ooh. Okay, we're going to have to taxi all the way down to the far end and come on up. So that'll be a departure off of 1-3. It looks like. All right, that's fine. So heading down that way. We're on 22.8. And yep, Whiskey 43 CTAF. All right, cool. Hey, Hewlett traffic. Kodiak November 11816 is on the taxi runway 13. Hewlett. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Missed the pushback tug, dude. Done a couple events up here. For the Virtual USA Flying Club. We do the Bear Lodge fly-in every now and again, and that's kind of actually my favorite name for Devil's Tower. It has a lot of different towers, or a lot of different names, but I kind of like Bear Lodge. Basically, any nation who's ever come across Devil's Tower has claimed it for their own. So it has a lot of different names. See if the reversers are working. The beta. Not slowing us down a heck of a lot. Must be this high mountain air. Alright. Boy, when I listen back to my replays, I don't realize how creaky and loud my rudder pedals are, but man, you can just hear them clicking and popping in the background. They're on their last legs, but they're holding out so far, so I'm glad for that, but man, you can just hear them. Okay, so the plan here, a little bit of a right-hand turnout, kind of a right crosswind departure. We're going to look for IPY Ranch. It's only 5 miles away. If it looks good, we're going to hit it. If not, we're going to go around Devil's Tower, and then we're going to kind of keep going down to the southwest. Yeah, Hewlett traffic, November 11816 is departing 13, will be westbound. Hewlett. Okay. Nobody coming. Everything looks good. Hope you guys are off to a good Tuesday. It's been a pretty good day for me. We had a nice little rainstorm last night, so it's really a nice cool morning today, but I got the doggos out, went for a little walk, went and had lunch with my wife, got a couple of little things done around the yard, around the house, and yeah, even got a little cat nap. So winter chicken dinner. Okay, I'm looking for about 80. Let's roll it up here. Condition levers and propellers are full forward. We're going to go ahead. We didn't put the taxi lights on. We'll put the landing lights on now. Strobe coming on. It is chilly enough. We might as well go pitot heat. And I think I'll leave the bypass closed for now. I don't think we're going to stay below the cloud level. So here we go. Isn't it a neat place, Ron? I've been there. I've only really been there once. But yeah, got out and walked around it. It's really a cool place, you know. There's 80. We can rotate. One reason I picked this airplane is because of its short field abilities. And I also really, high wing, you get great visibility as well. But short field, man, it's a beast. It's not happy about something. What's wrong? Am I over torquing? Shouldn't be. Not happy about something. Hey, Silix. Oh, thanks. Thanks, my friend. I don't know what it's not happy about, but it's not. Okay, making our turn out. Okay. What's it Can we see? Huh. I don't know. Alright. Pitot fail. Alright, we need to land, don't we? Alright, looking for the IPY ranch. I think it's right here. Like, it is close.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
I'm not sinking. It's, we're close.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. 500.
We're not sinking, it's the ground rising up. Yeah, pitot fail. I don't think I did, but
Don't sink.
no, it's
Don't
off.
Sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Hmm.
Don't sink.
Stormy in Okinawa right now, huh?
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
It is not happy with me. And
Don't
we're just
sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
yeah, I
Don't
got him
sink.
on. I thought.
Don't
Right,
sink.
pitot heat
Don't
is on.
sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. 500.
See if we can stop at the IPY ranch here and make some
Don't
corrections.
sink. 500.
Can I see there's the airstrip down there. That's a yucky looking airstrip. Yeah, we'll keep it rolling. We'll keep it moving. We'll stop at we're heading to Keyhole Reservoir. We'll stop there. Yeah, I don't know why it's failing. We talked a little bit about not knowing whether or not the breakers were modeled in this, and maybe the breakers are. Maybe there's a pitot breaker out here. I don't know. It is, and that's a weird thing. But all right, let's just have a look-see here. Here, of course, Devil's Tower. Everybody's familiar with this, but it's a cool place to start. Supposed to not be within 3 nautical miles of the tower. We might be slightly bending that rule just a bit here, but I think it's rendered nicely in Microsoft. I'm bouncing back and forth between X-Plane and Microsoft Flight Sim, and on days like today where I really need like this feature
Hello, me.
rendered well. Like this is the sim. Hey, you saw a mountain made of mashed potatoes. Yeah, I'm sure it's been modeled in many different ways, but mashed potatoes, that would be a bold choice. This area up here, by the way, just incredibly beautiful. I mean, not just the tower itself, but it's just very rural, lots of beautiful wildlife, and a little creek or two running through some. It's the northern part of the Black Hills, and so it's quite nice. And then they have the town of Hewlett, little tiny town, actually has one of the most exclusive golf courses in the area, if you can believe it. But just a gorgeous area. Yeah, kind of the northeast corner of Wyoming. There's kind of the center, the gift shop, the parking area, and you just drive right up. You park right at the base of it, and then there's a nice little, like a 1.5 mile little trail around it that you can walk and lamb. Yes. Content, I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. Doing a little soul searching these days. I'm in a flight sim slump. I keep having these weird things happen, skill issue things happen, and I'm kind of worried that maybe I'm losing it, getting to be an old man without any hand-eye coordination, and so yeah. So I don't know, man. I'm just trying to get out. We need to sacrifice a live chicken or something here so I can get out of my slump. But 2 of my last 3 streams, I've had crashes or weird things happen, or so. Anyway, last night I ran out of fuel in the R44. So yeah, but otherwise I'm doing all right. Day off on a Tuesday, can't beat that. It's a lovely, cool day here. Looks like we might even get a little bit more moisture, which is great because we're drier than all get out. So the cool thing about this place, by the way, is this is not the only rock formation like this. It's the most well known, but if you actually travel in this direction a little farther, you'll see there's more. This one here is not quite rendered as nicely, but it's just all the volcanic stuff that has been pushed through, and then stuff has eroded. But it's the same concept. This one is the one that just kind of looks the prettiest, I think. But it's a neat area. The Black Hills are incredible. Like part of why I'm taking this flight is people think of Wyoming and they instantly think of the Tetons or Cheyenne Frontier Days, or most of them just think of Jackson Hole. And I'm like, there's like, those places are cool and all, but there's a lot of other spots that are just as neat and not as maybe not as many tourists. Maybe a little cheaper on the budget, and every bit is beautiful and fun. All right, so let's go about 190, and we'll head towards another one of those places. This is a little reservoir that's about 20 miles to the south called Keyhole Reservoir. Too much of a good thing? Yeah. Well, hopefully. You gotta just keep plugging, right? I mean, you can't really. If you're in a shooting slump, right? You just got to keep shooting. You're only one make away from getting out of the slump. That's what we always told our basketball players. All right, what are we doing here? Ooh, 26 knot tailwind. Holy moly! All right, it is a little breezy around here, but so Keyhole Reservoir. This is a kind of a popular little lake. You can see it coming up on the map there, and it does have a little landing strip. Again, we'll kind of see if we feel like we can hit it. Boy, look at, are we? I felt like the airplane is just turning. It's just yawing. This is really odd. Look at that. But is it me, or am I just turning? Am I getting blown that way by the wind? I don't know. Here I am talking up the updated Kodiak, and it's been kind of strange. It wouldn't start the first load. On the ramp, it slid, like it rotated itself 90 degrees, and now it's just being weird. Let's do this. Let's set the autopilot. See if maybe I need to. Maybe there's some trims that are off that I don't know about that it'll fix. Yeah, we seem to be holding course a little better now. Oh, but we're back. We're back to leaning. Remember we had the leaning issue? Are we going to just be leaning now? Oh boy. What in the name of... Is this part of my rudder issue? Alright, seems to be correcting, but yeah, holy cow, I don't know. Alright, and little pitot trouble that we had. It was kind of flashing at us. It doesn't seem to be doing anything anymore, but we did remove all of our covers. In fact, we went out and double checked that, and we don't have any like the pitos are on. Yeah, I really don't know why I would be getting that error, but okay, sweet. All right, so let's have a look. We're kind of coming up on the area where I think we have our airstrip, and so we're going to need to land back towards the northeast or the northwest here. All right, let's come off this business. Let's slow down a little bit. Conti, you're getting all set up for something today, aren't you? You got a stream getting ready to start. Okay. You can see kind of where it's at on the map here. So we're sort of on a left-hand downwind right now. Let's see if we can see it. I don't know. Some of these look nice and some don't look so hot. There it is. This one actually looks like a little bit of a nice little dirt strip. All right, so I think, geez, our localizer needle is actually going to be pretty nice. Pretty nice. Did we not come off of autopilot? There we go. All right. So this is the Keyhole private airstrip. I'm way too high, but I'll just extend this downwind a little bit, and it looks like it's 4,200. So yeah, I got to lose a little bit there. Conti, if you ever make it out here, man, any of you guys, if you ever make it out here, we got some stuff to look at. We do. Have you been in, anybody been in the new Australia update yet? I got it installed right as I was loading up a little bit ago. I'm excited about that. Nice to have some new Aussie airstrips and cities and things like that. I took out the discovery flights and stuff like that, but looks like we got a few new places to fly, which is really cool. I also picked up an airstrip from the Impulse simulation guy. Boy, after you did the I don't remember what was it, Perth, the cityscapes that he just released, and he had the Milo, the memorial to Milo Sanks. That was really cool. So I went out and I grabbed one of his sceneries and tried to drop him a message about how cool I thought that was. And then Orbix had a little Australia sail going on. Is this I've lost track of where my runway is. Oh, there's the runway. Okay. So yeah, pretty neat. Yep, there it is. Pitot fail again. We'll get on the ground here and see what's shaking. So yeah, between grabbing those two and whatever the 4 or 5 that come with the New World update, we'll have some places to go now in Australia. Whoa. I may have to switch airplanes. This thing's broken. I might have to switch.
500.
I've been flying the TBM a little bit, the Black Square TBM, and that's really, I forgot how fun that airplane is. I wish it sounded a little better, but it sure is fun. You can just see Devil's Tower off our 1 o'clock, just kind of hanging out there. We're getting slow. There's a little lake town out here. It's kind of neat. It's got some homes. I think it's a little bit of a swanky place, if I'm being honest, for Wyoming. But all right, we're down. We'll roll up here to the top and probably just turn around and depart. I got to troubleshoot this pitot thing. So yeah, I think this officially, it's a private airport, but it's this is the 01 Whiskey Yankee airport. All right, who has an idea about why my pitot heat would be flashing as failing? Okay, let's turn it off for a second here. Let's set the brakes. And yeah, pitot heat left and right fail. Let's come in here and let's just see if do I maybe have, is it possible that I have a cover on? Is there a way to check for covers in the EFB? A lot of them do that on the ground. Should clear in the air. Okay. All right. It did once we got going. It did seem to be okay. All right. So the next flight here. So that's kind of like, you know, that's kind of like the Devil's Tower area. So now we're going to head to the direct to the west to a little town called Gillette, Wyoming. And what Gillette is most known for is its coal mining. And I'm not sure exactly anymore because the government's kind of been a little bit tough on coal, but I would say that the majority of coal that's used right now in the U.S. it comes actually from this little area of the world called the Powder River Basin. So this is where my family, my wife's side of the family, they're all coal miners, and so this is kind of a cool little place. So we're going to set the heading to be about a 260 or so. And we might do a little touch and go at it's called the Northwest or Northeast Wyoming Regional Airport, but we might just fly over it too because there's some cool. I kind of want to see these gigantic open coal mining pits. So yeah, let's see. So let's put the pitot heats back on and let's get rolling here. Well, I tell you what, my parking brakes are not holding very well either. We better get moving. I've got 2 notches of flaps for short field takeoff, so we should be fine. Yep, there we go. Oh boy, I've got the I don't know. It's being weird. Be all right. So yeah, this is you're gonna kind of see like eastern Wyoming. You know, once you get past the Black Hills, it kind of gets a little bit more arid and kind of, to be honest with you, kind of flat and featureless. This is the interstate. I think this is Interstate 95. What is this interstate? That runs across the northern part of the state. But anyway, when people first came out to the area, I mean, they were pretty much like, yeah, Wyoming, you know, it's got some interesting things going on, but honestly, there's like they're looking at it from a farming perspective or timber perspective, you know, back in the day, and so this, when they were looking at this part of the world, They really didn't think that there was all that much value out here. And as you look at it, you can kind of see why they thought that way. Like, there's not very many trees growing, and it's grassland. It doesn't really show that all that well, but like, it's this huge grassland, and we have the largest pronghorn herd in the world that lives in this area. But not a lot of water, so not a lot of agricultural opportunities, not a lot of timber opportunities. But it wasn't until much later, after Wyoming became a state, that they started figuring out that all the value up here was underground, oil and gas, and some uranium as well. I'll take you down closer to the uranium part of the world. But that's kind of Wyoming's claim to fame, is everything that's super valuable, that the world considers valuable, is kind of hidden underground. You got to dig it out. But I think it's like, this is just if you like to hunt and fish, this is a great place. And I don't think we're leaning anymore, so that's good. I was just trying to get the trim sorted out. But yeah, we'll see you later, Keyhole Reservoir. And about I think it's only about 40 or 50 miles, maybe not even that. 30 miles actually from Keyhole over to Gillette, and then you'll start to see these massive mines. Oh, there's the interstate. Yeah, Interstate 90. So yeah, and then if you kind of extend where you're at here east towards North Dakota, then you run into those gigantic oil fields, and that's sort of North Dakota's claim to fame. We don't have the oil reserves, but we do have plenty of natural gas, and there is some oil here that we pump out, but it's mainly coal. And you'll see some of these open pit mines. It's pretty staggering, and they just have train load after train load of coal coming out of these mines 24 hours a day, 7 days. They never stop. They work every single day of the year, 24 hours a day. That's all shift work, and so you're working 12s, and I think it's 2 weeks at a time you work days, and then 2 weeks at a time you work nights, and then you have I think you have a week off in between one or the other. But yep, sure enough, Conti, the no pitot warning. Interesting. Is that maybe some dirt getting sucked up in there or something? I wonder why that is. That's the first time I've had that happen. So I think Gillette that we're coming up is I think it might be the third largest town in Wyoming. Still pretty remote, kind of a long way from anything, but it for Wyoming sized, it's pretty good size. Has everything you want. Has 2 high schools, kind of a nice downtown with some places to eat, some shopping, but if you need the first bigger town, you need to go north just a little bit. It's not far. I think it's probably about 4 hours from Billings, Montana, or if you go the other way, it's about 3 hours from Rapid City, South Dakota, which would be the next kind of 2 bigger towns that are or cities, I guess, that are close by. And Gillette is about, I would say, it's 4 hours probably away from where I live. 4 hours north and east. When Iowa Scotsman came by, he was able to go see Devil's Tower, and I was trying to figure out a way to make it work so I could come meet up with him in real life, but it's about a 5-hour trip for me to get all the way up there, and I didn't quite have it takes a full day, you know. All right, well, we're getting close here. I think there, at one time, I believe there were like a dozen big open pit mines that were working up here. We're getting kind of blown off course. Oh yeah, 26 knot crosswind here. So let's turn more so we can at least fly over the airfield. I'm also kind of scouting out. I want to see what airfields look decent in the default here. Hey, Ibanez. And Brad, what's up? I haven't missed anybody else here. Good to see you guys. So I like this first mine we're coming up on is I believe it's called the Black Thunder mine. And what I kind of like about it, let me vector a little farther over here. I might have to just hand fly. But what I kind of like about this is they started the mine on the south side of the road. They didn't realize how big it was, and they didn't really realize which direction it was running. And so the mine actually runs underneath the interstate and continues on the north side. So you can kind of see, like, this is the pit, and the mine started over here. And it kind of goes underneath. Actually, there it is. There's the start of the mine. There's the interstate, and there's where it's kind of going right now. But you can get a sense of the scale of these. Let me come off the autopilot here. You can get a sense of the scale of these pit mines. And as dry as it is, really, this is Wyoming is classified as a high desert. We get less than 8 inches of moisture a year. So as dry as it is on the surface, our water table is actually fairly close, and so that's the biggest thing they battle in these open pit mines is there's just water everywhere. So yeah, they started initially over here, and then I don't know how well it's going to show, but this actually runs underneath the belt line, runs underneath the interstate, and then comes over here to the processing plant, and that's where it gets put on the railroad. And but yeah, you can kind of see overburden piles, and there's the belt that takes all the coal out, and there's the seam right now, and that thing apparently there's just miles and miles and miles of coal, pure, you know, just very, very clean, you know, obviously it's coal, right, but relatively clean. It's supposed to be some of the very, very best coal that is available. I think there's a pit somewhere in Australia that has the cleanest, the most, you know, the purest coal. But then this stuff from the Powder River is a close second. All right, just looking for the airport, and then we'll turn south. I think I see the airport over here. But yeah, like I said, I don't know how many are still going, because we had some. I don't want to get political, but we had some political opposition to, you know, coal and gas and oil and some regulations that were imposed that basically shut down most of what we were doing up here, and it was pretty tough on the state, to be honest with you, because most of our like our revenue that goes to towns and schools, and like it comes from the sale of our minerals. And so, you know, coal is one of our biggest producing minerals. Here's another mine that's kind of, I don't remember the name of this one, but you can see there's just all over the place. Just this big pit. There's our airport. So let's see what Gillette Northeast Wyoming Airport looks like here. And we won't worry about doing a touch and go here, but I think the flight sim, the FS scenery guy, I think he actually made a payware for this, but we got a little bit of a parking lot, a little bit of a terminal there, you know, not too bad. We're kind of, at least we're, you know, we still have a few of these hangars that are like just a little too tall, you know, but we're starting to get some better buildings in Microsoft 24. You know, that terminal, that's the default terminal. It looks a little bit more like a terminal and a little bit less like an office building. And so, all right, let's go down. So now I'm going to take you down again, kind of to where my my family has spent their careers. My wife's dad. At least one of her sisters worked out here for a while. We've got, you know, brothers-in-laws, and all kinds of folks that have spent time out here. Oh boy, yeah, we might be overspeeding just a little bit. Pix, what's up, man? I'm trying to wreck the airplane. All right, let's get it stabilized here. Isn't that the danger of third-person flying? Right. All right, autopilot, we're going to go back to heading mode. Autopilot coming back on. And are we descending? Let's climb back up, shall we? And it's that PETO warning has just kind of been there pretty much all day. I don't know why. But all right, so again, if you're just stopping in, we're looking at, this is a little town called Gillette, Wyoming. And famous for its coal production. But you can see these are, I think this is the Antelope Hills golf course. It's quintessential northeastern Wyoming. Not a lot of trees. If you're hoping for trees out here, you're going to have to plant them and grow them. The wind blows, obviously. Winters are pretty dang cold, and summers are warm. All right, here's our road out of town, south to head out of town, so we're going to follow it. And since I can't third-person fly without killing us, we're going to let the autopilot more or less take us where we're going here. All right, just due south, I think we'll be fine. All right, climbing up to 6,500 again, and start to see some of these mines. What are you doing there? What are you doing, Fixie? Maybe a little bit more of a turn to the southwest here. Yeah, let's do about 180, 190, 200-ish. Okay. So yeah, not the Tetons that everybody's used to, but this is like half the state of Wyoming is kind of like this. As you get a little farther south and a little farther east, it does become much more like more air or more farmlands, and because there's just more precipitation. But up here, it's pretty much just kind of free range grazing. I think there's some cattle companies up here, but you really have to have a lot of land to raise cattle up here, because there's not a lot to eat. The biggest cattle companies, though, that we have are further east and south. There's just some absolutely massive Oh, I've missed my mines, guys. Sorry. Let's come on over here and go see the mines. I'm on the wrong road. Yeah, we've got a farm out of Wheatland, which is if you go from where we started, if you go about 2 hours south, there's a farm called Merriweather Farms, and they actually have a meat processing plant in the town that I live in, and they ship just through FedEx Express now. So that you gotta remember, there's going to be FedEx Ground and UPS. So, but just through Express, they probably ship 200 packages of beef every week. We go up there at least 3 times a week. So that's how big the farm is, where they raise the cattle. Now they're not the only ones that they're sourcing the cattle from, but that just kind of gives you a feel. All right, so you can kind of see over there, this is really where that seam, so it's the Powder River Basin. Again, it's just this seam of coal, and I don't even know, it's hundreds of miles long, and it's relatively, I say relatively, but it's fairly close to the surface, so they can do all the mining with these open pits. They don't have to go underground. Hey, TSAC, thank you. If I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't even know it was, but I appreciate you guys. All right, so we'll kind of come over here. I wish I had an autopilot disconnect button. All right, we're gonna give this a try. I'm not very good at this, third-person flying. Where's Sid Squadron when you need him? He knows how to do this stuff. All right, but I won't be able to give you the names of all these different mines. There's North Rochelle, there's Antelope, Black Thunder are kind of the ones that come to mind. My family, they worked at the Antelope mine, and all the talks about, yeah, that's right, everybody thinks the super volcano is going to explode. So we're bypassing probably, I think there were 3 mines here that were 3 pits that were bypassing. So we're on about the 4th mine site south of town, and again, it's just kind of interesting. So they strip it, they mine it, and then they backfill it. Almost, the regulations are so tight that they almost, like my father-in-law said, it almost feels like you have to put a shovel of dirt in for every shovel of coal you dig out. Like, it feels like that. But you can see some of the equipment down there rendered pretty nicely. Oops, that's kind of cool. And those dump trucks, those are the biggest ones you can buy. Those are those massive, I don't even know, how many tons of material they can move. But all right, flight director, I don't need you. But it's really something, quite a production. And I think each one of these mines kind of has, like the boundaries that they're working towards, and so they all kind of have their own lifespan, but they've got the process down, I'll tell you what. They don't have to blast through rock. They don't have to. I mean, it's all diggable. You can see how long the road is down into the bottom. So this looks like it's all pretty well mined out, and they're kind of getting ready to reclaim it. But this is just 3 or 4 miles here, and then another couple of miles here, and it's pretty. Is it mine? I wish it was mine. Tell you what, it's hard work, boy. everybody in our family that's done it, like nobody has a good back or a good neck, but it pays well. It really is a lucrative job, and I mean, but you have to be able to work nights. Am I descending? I'm okay. You have to be able to work nights because everybody here does. It's like I said, I think it's I don't know. It's a week on, week off, or 2 weeks on, 2 weeks. I don't even know, but everybody rotates through the night shift, and they just do the best they can. Hey, how's it going, Susie? Yeah, it looks to me like they're kind of being either this is reclamation or this is where they're putting all their tailings. Or I don't know, but it doesn't look like there's a seam over here anymore. Look at that size of that guy right there. Big old drag lines. I don't know. All right, let's keep going. Keep going south. I'm gonna try to find the one that my father-in-law actually worked at. So yeah, 6 or 7, I think, or maybe 8, right around the town of Gillette, and then there's another 2 or 3 down here closer to. There's a little town. It's Wright, Wyoming, and that's another just tiny place, but a lot of mining activity. No, I'm gonna stay. Yeah, no, we're good. We should be right on the dot here. Welcome in, everybody. By the way, happy Tuesday. And I don't really want to climb. I think we're doing okay where we're at. So this is episode 1 of a new series that I'm going to do here every couple of weeks, probably, where we're just touring Wyoming, and I'm showing you some of the neat places that there are, neat things to see, other than sort of what everybody thinks Wyoming is famous for, which is okay too. Is there probably is, if I just turned it on. PFD options. There you go. Synthetic vision. Yeah. There's just not a lot to look at. Oh, thanks, Brad. So, yeah. So hopefully you guys will get a kick out of it. And if you ever make a trip out here, you can, what I always like when I visit new places is I like to know. Like when I went to New York, don't get me wrong, we did the touristy thing. We went to the Statue of Liberty, we did all that stuff, Central Park. We did those things that you got to do as a tourist. But I also like to learn about those little out of the way places that are really cool that the locals know about, but not all the tourists necessarily know about. So it's not overly packed. And Wyoming has a lot of those places. So as we get a little further south now, you're going to notice the terrain starting to change. It gets a little bit more like foothills because we're coming up on our first mountain range since we left the Black Hills. We're coming up on the Laramie Range, and this is I feel like we're descending a little bit here. This is a neat. Again, I'm going to say this a lot. This is a cool part of the state, but this is where you get a lot more rain, a lot more moisture, a lot more thunderstorm activity in the summer. The winters are snowier, and so you're going to see more trees, and you're going to see just a lot of different. We're going to be heading down towards a massive reservoir called Glendo Reservoir, and I think we're coming up on potentially I hope I didn't miss it. I might have missed it, but coming up on the mine that my family worked at. Yeah, this is the town of Wright, and it's not very big, 200 people, something like that. And I think it's like 90% 90% people that work in the mines. Yeah, I think we missed. I probably missed it. Let's go this way a little bit. I mean, once you've seen one gigantic open pit coal mine, you've seen them all, but you kind of get the gist of it, but that's all right. Sven. Did Sven sneak in? Hey! Well, thank you very much, Sven. That's really nice of you to say. And again, full disclosure, I didn't really even know it was, but that's cool that you guys are reminding me, so that's awesome. All right, yeah, here we go. Here we go. So this is Antelope Mine. And so working coming out here and working a 12-hour shift is one thing, but they lived in a town that is about 40 miles south of this, so they got to ride a bus for 45 minutes each way. so their when they were working, boy, their days were long, because it was 12 hours of work and it was an hour, so it was a 14-hour day just to get to and from work. And then, you got to sleep at some point, right? And you can't sleep on those buses, so it's really, really something. But yeah, this is a massive mine out here, and trying to see where the seam is. Need to know the fishing spots. I know a few of them around here, Conti, but I'm sure as hell not going to tell any of you where they're at. You got to come see me. I'll take you there. You got to come see me. There's some good fishing around here. I think the state record walleye might have come from this reservoir that we're heading towards, if that helps you. So this is just an absolute interstate highway of railroads. We're heading east, taking coal to all those power plants to the east. Yeah, this is in the process of being reclaimed here, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not sure where the seam is anymore. It must be over there on that edge. I'd be my guess. Most of the mines, if I understand correctly, are kind of working north. But I mean, the scale of the like you see the size of the cars, and so it just gives you a sense of the scale of the operations and just the thousands of people that they employ. It's pretty crazy. All right, how close are we to? Yeah, we're getting okay. Well, no, so there's I probably have skipped over a couple of mines. Yeah, this is the continuation of this. This Antelope mine is huge. But we'll kind of head down here to Glendale Reservoir, and then we'll turn back to the west. We'll go to Douglas, and we'll kind of call that Leg 1. Dude, I'm telling you what, there's some good fishing out here. What makes it so good, I think, and I sound like a dead horse, but is there's just not it doesn't have a lot of people. So even when all the regulars are out, fishing it like we do, it's still relatively low pressure. So that's kind of nice. All right, I think we're fine. Let's just hold 60, 66, 60. Pentagon, thank you. Yeah.
Here's Pentagon.
So you can see this is the reservoir we're coming up on, and the one thing about Wyoming that we've gotten pretty good at. Here's some more. This is a different mine, I guess. Yeah, this is not Rochelle. or this is not antelope still. This is a different one. But the one thing we've gotten pretty good at through the years is conserving water, since we are such a dry state. But we have some major watersheds, like because of our mountains. We have a lot of water that comes off of the mountains in Wyoming, and they flow through big rivers like the Platte River or the Bighorn River or the Yellowstone River. And so coal's not the only thing that leaves our state in droves. Probably the second thing that leaves Wyoming in big quantities is water. And so despite the fact that we have all the water that we could ever want up in the mountains, like a relatively small percentage of that actually stays in the state and gets used by our local farmers and ranchers, because it's all earmarked for places with bigger populations, Colorado and Nebraska and the Dakotas, Montana. So it's kind of a tough deal here. Yeah, this one's in the process, I think, of getting reclaimed here. Kind of see, you can see the end results where it's replanted looks pretty nice, you know. But this stuff, I can see why the environmentalists have a little bit of an ulcer when we talk about pit mining in Wyoming. But when we're done, when these companies are done, like, you'll never know. It's gonna look just like it did before. Native grasslands, and there's animals all over, so they come right back in. And anyway, J-Foot, oh thanks, welcome in. I haven't found a whole lot. I've kind of been bypassing all these little private ranch strips too, so I apologize for that. But kind of badlandsy. We have a lot of badlands in Wyoming too. Super dry, kind of alkali soil, real crusty, and very beautiful. But this is probably the least hospitable country. I mean, you can't even plow this stuff up and plant anything in it. Even so, the antelope love it. They survive out here in droves. Smaller animals, I think, too, like it out here, and it's a fun place to go because you have a side-by-side, or an off-road vehicle, man. You can just drive. You can be by yourself hundreds of miles away from anybody. It's pretty awesome. Some great places to camp out here. That's the other thing about Wyoming that's kind of cool. So J-Foot, honestly, most of it just comes from the mine itself. Yeah, it's so the seam, the coal seam, while it's fairly good sized, it doesn't account for a whole lot of the dirt. So they take the overburden out, get the coal out, and then they put the overburden back in. I think they kind of contour it, smooth it out a little bit, so it probably is not the same level totally, but they build up little hills and stuff. And they are required to, they set aside, they have to, when they strip, they have to take the topsoil and they have to store the topsoil in a specific spot so that's the last layer that they put back down. But yeah, J-Foot, it's pretty remarkable when you talk about, a pit that's thousands of acres wide. It looks like it's pretty much just leveled right off or contoured right in there. Yeah. Okay, so this is highway. This is we're coming up on the town of Bill, Wyoming, and yeah, I should have given you a highway number. I don't. What is this highway? Well, we're just north of the town of Douglas, Wyoming. Right now is where we are. So I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm gonna. When I get on the ground, I'll pull up a map and I'll show you guys where we're at. But yeah, it looks like 59. That could be. It's the highway that runs pretty much south, and we're kind of going a little bit more to the back to the east now. So we're following the tracks, but yeah, that's the general idea. Well, actually, I take it back. We're pretty well southbound at this point. Let's let me hop back in here. And oh, we overshot. What was I? Oh no, that wasn't. What was that? I have no idea what that was painting. That's not our reservoir. Pardon me. Let's head a little more to the east here. I have no idea what it's painting right there. Yeah, not sure. Runs through Bill. Poor Bill. I'm just a Bill. Yeah, not a lot happening in Bill, Wyoming anymore. But yeah, the other thing point I was going to make is this is all publicly accessible lands for the most part. I mean, there are some things out here that are privately owned by the coal, mineral oil, gas, coal companies, but for the most part, you can hop on any of these roads and cruise and drive and hunt to your heart's content. And there you can start seeing the Laramie Range coming into play here, and again, kind of one of those hidden gems. We'll spend some more time in the Laramie Range, kind of on the end of our tour, but we're going to see if we can go catch the reservoir here. All right, buddy. After us, dude. Prima donna. My dog. All right. Where am I here? Yep, just okay. So there is the town of Bill. That might be those 5 houses over there. Bill, Wyoming. And I think that's Highway 59. Yeah. High speed turnout there for Bill. No, just kidding. Oh, maybe that's Bill. I don't know. Yeah. Oh yeah, Eric. Hey, what's up? Yeah, that's actually one of my favorite things to do. Is we have lots of trail ruts that are rideable. Like you can hop on your side by side and you can drive the original trail, and it's really cool. Yeah, we'll go by the Red Desert as part of our tour later, kind of a second half of our tour. But yeah, a one intersection town. Yeah, I don't even know if it has a stop sign. Well, Eric, when maybe one summer, although you're gonna be chasing your kid playing baseball for a little while, but yeah, one of these summers, be fun to come up. I don't have a four-wheeler anymore. Eric is the problem. It's a sad state. When I was a principal and I was making enough money to afford a four-wheeler, I didn't have time to ride it. And then when I was just a poor teacher, and now I've got time, I can't afford it. So it's like, I don't know, man. But it is cool. And the Oregon Trail cuts through here. The Bozeman Trail cuts through here. We have Pony Express that cuts through here. All of that stuff is accessible. And if you want, if you've got a horse you love, you could ride a section of the Pony Express if you wanted to. It's really cool. You can go on these trail rides. You can find old grave sites of the settlers and things like that. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, it's a cool, like I said, it's people get freaked out a little bit just because of the ruralness of it. But if you like to be able to, like, what freaks me out is when I can't, like, if I'm on a road and I can't see more than a half mile down that road. Okay, as you can see, I can see for miles when I'm in Wyoming. Like, I know what's coming in all directions. So when I go to Minnesota to visit my family, I'm a little claustrophobic with all the stuff that grows out there. A little jealous, but because everything grows so good, but claustrophobic. So these, by the way, these are natural gas pads. So they come out here and they poke some deep holes, and there's these huge natural gas fields out here. And so these little pads are where they drill it and process it and get it ready to be hauled away. What is up, Boozy? We're doing the Wyoming Chamber of Commerce tour today. How are you, man? Good to see you. So I'm gonna take you down to there's a little airstrip down here called Thomas Memorial, and it's there's this little town called Glendo on the lake, on the banks of the lake of the same name. We're gonna see if we can land at Thomas, and then we're only about 20 miles back to this little town of Douglas, and that'll be the end of this leg. And yeah, glad you guys are enjoying it. And this rancher, if he's smart, he's getting a lot of money from that, because the oil and gas folks they've got to lease that land. If you own it, they got to lease it. So that guy, people thought he was crazy, probably buying all this land out here. He just wanted to grow cattle, and turns out he bought land right on top. Look at all the pads. I mean, it's just natural gas site after natural gas site. It's crazy. Ibanez, by the way, awesome job with the heli stuff, dude. And I know you're kind of being critical of yourself, but I really think you're doing a good job handling pretty much all the phases of flight. The landing is just, I don't know, man. I'm hoping at some point in time it clicks for me also, but I feel a little bit like the ability to land a helicopter in flight sim comes down to I mean, obviously you have to know what you're doing, because you need to be configured and all that stuff, right? But like when I went to Flight Sim Expo in Houston and sat down in a helicopter setup, like, I was able to do all that stuff. And so I think part of it is also hardware dependent. And when you're flying with a joystick and like when you don't have the setup, it's much more much more difficult and challenging. Forcey, what's up? Force feedback also. Yeah, I can only imagine. But yeah, when I sat in one of those heli rigs and I had a VR helmet on, which still makes me a little bit nauseous, but it was kind of cool. And I'm like, I'm gonna suffer through this because I want to see if I can do it. Like, and you can look around and you can. You have like actual size controls for your collective and your cyclic, and the cyclic, like it doesn't have a spring, and like that made all the difference. And I was landing much better than I do right now. So anyway, yeah, man. The auto rotation, yeah, well, and that's a whole different thing. But yeah, J-Foot, you're right. It was windy. That makes a difference. But I still think, I guess in my mind, I'm thinking if I stick with it on the PC, then but if I ever have a chance to get some actual controls, like, I'll be that much better because of it. Ian, welcome on in, and thank you so very much, my friend. Good to see you, and good to see the Ian Fisher Raiders. We're doing a little tour of Wyoming. We're heading down towards a spot called Galindo Reservoir. And I'm going to try to take you to a cool little airstrip called Thomas Memorial. Woolies, hello. First time chatter. Nice to see you. So we're doing a series. I just started a series today called Fun Things to See in Wyoming. This is my home state. And I'm just kind of trying to take folks around and show them some of the little insider spots that are really, really cool. Like, for example, that right there, Laramie Peak in the Laramie Range. Really some very good fishing up there, as you might have guessed. But we're going to a spot. This little reservoir here is, I believe, if it doesn't, it did at one point in time. It has the state record for walleye, biggest walleye. In fact, I think this is, no, I take it back. I caught a walleye last year. This is the last lake I've caught a walleye out of. I don't lake fish very much, but so you can start to see again. You see more kind of ranches and farmland, and they just get a lot more moisture here. They still have to, irrigate. So water access is a big thing. Ever heard about the Gadabout Gaddis? I don't know. You're right, T-Sac. I don't know what that is. Douglas looks like a pretty happening place. I don't know about that, but it's where my wife is from. So that's where her Gadabout Gaddis. Yeah, I don't know. Now that you say it's the Flying Fisherman, I do remember you talking about that. And he's the guy that flew around to different places, has a YouTube channel, right? Yeah, I think. Oh, 1896. Well, never mind. Yeah, relative to Bill, yes, every town's is happening. But Douglas has kind of a cool little spot. As much as I hate to admit that I like Douglas, because I don't love it, but it's where my wife is from. So, and I have some family that are still there. It's got some cool spots. It's got a really good ice cream place that's down in. It was an old post office / hotel, and kind of a great place to get ice cream. Hey, Minecraft Slayer, I appreciate that. You never fished Montana. I've only fished Montana once. I caught one fish total. Yeah, I think you can judge a town by the ice cream availability. And so my town, unfortunately, is not highly rated for ice cream. It's got one place that holds it up. One place where you can get good, the good old school scoop out hard ice cream. But this is one. I think this little area, the Galindo area, is one of the most beautiful parts of the state. I love driving through here. The color, the red rocks, obviously the lake itself. You get vegetation, you get nice trees. Like, this is really one of my favorite places. And I don't really get to the lake that often, but the interstate highway that I drive to go see my grandkids is right. It runs right there. But this is just a fantastic with the Laramie Range on one side. This is the state park on the other side. It's pretty amazing. And I'm trying to see. I think our town is over here, so I think airport is going to be somewhere over here as well. It's right along the edge of the lake. But all right, so this maybe is a different guy that you're talking about, T-Sac. I thought you said this guy had, maybe he doesn't have a YouTube channel, but he has some videos out. Not 100% sure. All right, danger zone time again. We're going to come off of autopilot, and we're going to see if we can third-person fly. I'm not very good at this, but I like looking at the lake and whatnot. Okay, so it is the person you were talking about. Outdoors, Liberty Mutual. Yes, I do remember that now. All right, I got the runway in sight here. I got the field in sight on the old fish finder. Let's see if we can set it down over there. Yeah, so Glendale is just another lake town. It can't have, I don't even think it has 50 people that live here. But it is a popular recreation area. I believe my wife tried to talk me into jumping off some cliffs here at one point in time. She's a daredevil, my wife. Alright, yeah, we can kind of start coming in here. The farther this direction you go, also, the prettier it gets. But this drive through here, all the way up to Wheatland, really, well, honestly, all the way down to Cheyenne, Wyoming, it's really neat. Alright, so we're going to aim for more or less, I think maybe I even see I think this is the landing strip right here. Okay. There's no way this is going to be very well rendered, but that's okay. This is I don't even know if this, it doesn't show that it's abandoned anymore, but when you look at the buildings, it looks pretty rough.
500.
Check. Now we're slowing down nicely. Your wife told you to jump off a cliff. That's not very nice. Kevin. Alright, we're just going to touch and go here. And we're facing towards our final location here of Douglas. I'm glad I started early because this is taking a little longer than I thought. Just a little turf runway, and hopefully she's not too beat up. The landing strip looks great. Honestly, looks very nice. All right, there's a quick touch. We're back. Rommel. Well, thank you. That's good, Rommel. Oh my gosh! Too bad you can't be a little text to speech with the affiliate celebration, but that's good. That's good. Yeah, except I keep getting these pedo fail things. They've been going off all day. I'm gonna have to check. I'm gonna have to have the A&P take a look at it here at Converse County. But anyway, no, there's not these giant. I don't know what those are, but yeah, it's just kind of a spread out, stringy, spidery kind of a lake. But and it's very right now. This whole part of the lake is this whole thing is dry all the way back up. Right now it's just super dry. Yeah, this whole part I don't think has any water in it, if you can believe that. So I'm going to take you up. There's two kind of aviation cool things about this little town of Douglas. The first one is that the original airport is, the original airport that was kind of a little bit more downtown actually closed a while back, and they turned it into a drag racing strip, which is not uncommon, but it's still there, and it was just down the street from my in-laws, and so it took a little time for me to get used to that. Well, I thought about that, Shusey. All right, so let's do this. Let me hop on heading mode, autopilot. Let's just do ALT right here is fine, and let's come down and see. Pitot. Pop those out, pop them back in. Yeah, bummer. But I don't know. I turned them off and back on, and I'm feeling like, you know, sometimes how like one of the black square planes kind of had this issue where you in walk around mode you would take something off, take a cover off, but you had to go into the tablet to make sure that was off. But I can't find anything in the tablet that that talks about covers and tie downs and all that stuff. So I don't know. I'm not going to worry too much about it. But so anyway, so that airstrip is in the sim. I've checked, and we'll cruise by that. I don't know how much they still do their drag racing, but I didn't realize how loud those funny cars were. But tell you what, 9 o'clock on Saturday morning, man, it used to be all summer long. And the one family member that I still have, brother-in-law that lives there, he actually is part of what he does. He works on racing engines and things like that. He's more of a go-kart guy, but his business is called Kick and Cass Engines. But the other thing is that I didn't realize until, and I'm kicking myself. And I'm going to try to find the actual website here. This was after my in-laws had passed away. But there is a place in this little town that make these Super Cubs, and they actually have a private grass landing strip in the middle of town, right across the Platte River, and we're going to try to land there. And you can see it from the interstate. And for years, I drove by that thing thinking that looks like a landing strip, but it's kind of short. So I thought, well, maybe some dude like has a model, how sometimes you have those model plane air parks. And like I said, I don't know why I never thought to look. Well, something came across a YouTube feed, and it was like a Wyoming. It was like a news update or something, and they mentioned that that these guys were having some kind of a celebration, and I don't know if it was an anniversary or something. I don't even know, but I'm like, what the heck is this? And so I dove into it. I'm like, oh man, like if I'd have known they were there when my in-laws were there, I'd have been down there all the freaking time, knocking on the door and seeing if they needed somebody to sweep the floor or something. They are high dollar aircraft, but it's pretty cool. But the weird thing about it also, and I mean I spent 20 years there, is I can't remember ever really seeing one of those planes flying around. I can't, and I'm guessing that they have that little airstrip out there to maybe do a little testing, right? But anyway, so yeah, I mean it's a short strip. You're about to see. You're about to see. We'll take it in again. We'll go over the drag strip here and take a look at that. And yeah, this drag racing strip, it was a big deal. It was like there's like this circuit out here in the western part of the U.S. and like this was a major stop, and they really brought a lot of folks in. And like I said, I don't know how much they do anymore, but we're gonna go check it out. Oh, there it is. Oh, I take it back. I lied. This might be it. This might be it. Yeah, I think it is. And of course, a runway is the perfect size for a side-by-side drag racing deal. And you know, all of the ramp area can be used for staging and kinds of stuff. But there, yep, that's it. That's it. Town is kind of growing up around it, but you can kind of see the skid marks where they head on out. Some of the old hangars and stuff I think are still there, but yeah, right in the middle of town. All right, we're diving here. Okay, we got to go see if we can locate this little backcountry stall airport. I think it's just right over here, and we're gonna try to come in and land. Oh, Simbug. All right, let me read this sucker here in just a minute. I'm super fast. So yeah, this is it, and the runway is right here. This is the runway. So we're gonna try to hit it. What's the wind? Is the wind oh, the wind is favorable. We're gonna be able to do this, you guys. Lots of flaps coming out. We're gonna be real slow. Just bring it right in nice and low over the Platte River. Whoa. Love how Microsoft renders the rock formations and stuff like that. This is a pretty little town. It really is. It's a small town, and so again, it's a little isolated, but you know, they love their hometown, high school team, and all of that. You know what I mean? Okay, that bridge right there is kind of our aiming spot. Got to be down nice and low and fully configured right by that bridge if we're going to have a chance at this. Okay, second notch of flaps, and I mean we got to just drag this sucker down. I wonder if we're going to be able to take off. This is going to be a challenge in every aspect. This is the North Platte North Platte River, one of our major watersheds, and all that water is probably going to Nebraska. Okay, I'm kind of fast. There we go.
500.
Checked. And you can see it's the dark bit up there that I'm looking for. Okay, not bad. Well, I feel pretty good about landing here, but I don't know that we're going to be able to take off. So we might, if we get on the ground here at the Super Cub place, we might have to call in some sort of a transportation helicopter to take us up to the actual airport. All right. Got the field made. It's uphill, so that does help. Match the slope. And nope, we're not gonna get it. We're not gonna get it. Go round, go round, go round. Boy, oh boy, that's so short. Alright, I'm not gonna worry about that. You get the idea. Wow. Let's go up here and see if we can land at Converse County Airport. There's another airport right up here too, but I think it's been abandoned, and I think it's now, I think the farmer has plowed it in right on the other side of the road here. Yeah, I think you can kind of see, like, it used to be right in here. It's kind of been plowed over. Bummer. Yeah. Wave the grass and go. Yep, that's right. That's right. Alright, so you said often turning on all anti-ice to max will unfreeze them. Alright, well, we can do that when we get on the ground. We'll try that. Well, actually, why not? Can we try that now? Where's all the stuff? Turn everything on, unfreeze them, and now I'm off. I don't know where I'm at regarding the airport. This is kind of a pretty approach too, because you come over the river on one of these approaches, this eastbound approach. All right, I know you're here somewhere. And 2280. All right, Converse County traffic, Kodiak November 11816 is we're going to be overflying the field at 5,000 and then entering a traffic pattern for the active Converse County. 5,500. Okay, where are we? Right there we go. All right, so let's just take a look here. What's our wind? Wind looks like it's favoring an approach to the north if we can get it. Oh wow, we actually are going to be just fine with looks like this is runway 4. What is this runway? I don't even know. I haven't done much of my homework as far as the actual field. So there's a runway 5 here, and it's gravel. Doesn't look gravel. And then there's a runway 11. This runway here looks pretty good, to be honest with you. Alright, let's go. We're just going to do it. And Converse County traffic, Kodiak 816. Actually, it's going to come straight in runway 5, Converse County. Maybe they have paved both runways at this point in time. The sectional, though, shows gravel. A little quick, but we'll bleed it off here. Kind of on the right hand side, but that's okay. And welcome to Converse County Airport. Local time 3:30 in the afternoon. I'll need to unlock my iPad first. Oh, that was my phone. My technology is not loving me right now. All right, so let's get over here. Let's see if we've solved our pitot failure deal. And the other thing that was not working correctly was my parking brakes. So set and checked. Are we good there? All right, so let's see here. Low I-speed TCAS backup. So if I turn all this stuff now off here, no, still not loving my, well, yeah, Siri, stop it, make it stop. All right, well, you know what? Let's just turn some things off here, and we will. Next time we get in this bad boy, we'll see if it still continues. The next one of these that we're going to do, I'm actually going to switch up and do it in X-Plane 12 because it is still pretty cool, even though maybe not as cool. But it still does a good job of showing things. Plus, I have a couple of sceneries that, well, at least one scenery that we're going to hit that is that I did a custom scenery for in X-Plane. So I want to fly the next leg in X-Plane. So like I said, every couple times a month, probably. Just kind of when things are slow, not a lot of events or stuff like that. We'll hop in and buzz around Wyoming. This airport. It doesn't look too good, to be honest with you, but it's okay. It's the way it goes. The scenery was good, and the company was great. And we have one more flight, so stay tuned. I'm going to reset. We're going to take the baby bus from Jackson Hole down into Boise. So I'll be right back. Happy Cinco de Mayo, by the way. Okay. On the ground here, Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Kind of a, I didn't mean for this to be like an all Wyoming themed stream, but it's kind of turning into one. But baby bus, Jackson Hole to Boise. I actually was going to fly this in the Learjet, but I'm still working on trying to get my SPAD.next stuff set up. Oh, you just missed? You took off heading north? Oh, man. Oh, bummer. Well, so anyway, I hope to have the I hope to have my SPAD kind of all sorted out. I've made pretty good progress, but I've still got a couple of bindings that I don't have set up, and I'm struggling a little bit. And Slant Alpha's been helping me, though, so we'll have it squared away here very, very soon. All right, so I need to go to the dispatch crew. Let's see what they have for us here. Where are you heading, JPC, if you don't mind me asking? Okay, there we go. No ATC, though. All right, that's okay. Should be a pretty quick flight. Yeah, block time only an hour 25. So you're heading up to, oh, you're doing one of the flight quests, heading up to West Yellowstone. Nice. We might, depending on how long this flight takes, we might have time to knock out a little bit more of the old Cinnabon challenge there. Maybe one leg of it. Yeah, this is a short leg. And of course, like they do on all flight plans, get a little shameless plug for your favorite Twitch uncle. All right, I don't have any stairs here just yet, but that's all right. No ATC on the ground. We got the auto ATC, and so let's do some stuff here. Oh, I know what else I need to do. Sorry. I better update my flight plan, my route, I should say. Probably gonna have probably gonna be Alpine 1, I would guess. And we'll take a look at that here as we go. Alright, so that's updated. We're filed, and I think we need to go to setting up passengers, fuel, all that good stuff. Yeah, probably all that stuff. All right, cool. So we should be, I think we're on a turnaround state, right? Yep, we're on the external power. And actually, that's already set up. So that's good. I need to turn my sound back up. Zoop. And, all right, what are we in here? So nav is on. Yeah, we're actually doing okay. So, do I need to... This is where I always... there we go. Got to get stuff coming in here first. Jackson to Boise. Delivery, SimBrief, units mismatch. Oh, yeah, so it's going to move everything to pounds. That's nice. Kind of starts in kilograms and moves it to pounds based on your livery. Beautiful. So let's get everything into the box here. I think I can just do a request. Lovely. I don't know if this is a real life flight, but I do know United flies out of Jackson Hole, so at least that much of it is real life. Because I know you're here for immersion, and as our friend Cargo Fire would say, I don't want to cause any immersional damage. Cost index of 5, and we're going to rock all the way up to 340 here in our 42-minute flight. Hey yo. But that's fine. All right, let's look at this real quick here. Would it make sense for us to file, unload, import, Alpine departure here, Alpine whatever number it is? Probably Alpine 5. I think that takes us out to Kickney and then over to Idaho Falls. I do think we're going to do that. Let's add that to the flight plan. And oh, are we off of runway 1 today? Hold on. Hold the phone. Cancel. Cancel, sir. We are off of runway 1. The rare runway 1 departure. 010 at 15. We could definitely go off of runway 18 because it probably makes just as much sense. But you know what we haven't done in a while? We have not done a departure that is north or back to the northwest before. So let's, or in a little while anyway. So let's look at this here. So we've got the Geyser 6. What's the Geyser 6 do for us? Takes us up here to Due Nord, and then we'd have to loop back around. What about this guy here? The Divvy. That takes us here, and then the Divide, I guess, is what that is. Geyer out here, and this is kind of interesting. I wonder what they would. I mean, so let's do the Divide, and let's do the Divide out to. Let's actually do it out to Divide. And then what we'll do, that'll extend our flight a little bit here, but we'll be able to come up here, and then we'll be able to turn and go to Idaho, the Idaho Falls VOR safely. So yeah, that'll be all right. No, you didn't see any of that because I was on the wrong deal here. So sorry about that. So here's the Divide. So the Alpine 5 is the one where you're departing south. It takes you out to Kickney, and then you hang a right, you go to Idaho Falls. We could definitely do that. But since it's kind of suggesting we depart on runway 1, which may not be what they're doing in the real world, but since dispatch has given us that, why not? We're going to go, this is the Divide 1, Divide 2. So we're going to come here to Geyer. We're going to turn on 047 out to the Divide intersection, and then we're going to give ourselves, maybe we'll go up here to Hewlett. That's 66 miles. It's a long way out of the way. I was thinking we would just at that point turn ourselves around and be cleared back to, yeah, you know what, that's fine, we'll do it, I'm good with that. Why not? It's only a 40-minute flight anyway, so. Okay. They were talking about that on Arch NDA's stream this morning. He was doing some ATC and talked about how. We'll do Hewlett. Talked about how ground controllers. Hey, Steve. What's up, man? Welcome in, buddy. I was hoping my sound clip was going to play for you. Anyway, he was talking about how you got to be careful if you're a beginning controller not to get too hung up if aircraft or if pilots like me decide that we're going to request a runway change, and maybe it's not exactly by the book type of thing, kind of like what we're doing right now. So we've got our load sheet. Let's load the aircraft. Instant. Cool. Let's send to the McDo. Success. And then that should all be good over here. Performance Solio. Oh, I got to go do the calculations here. So Yep. Departure perf. Get the final load sheet in there, live weather, calculate that. 22, 23, and 29. It's a flaps 1 up 0.6. It is a full power takeoff. Okay, very good. Send to McDew. Okay, those are now in. Nice. I love it. All right, time to get the APU going. How are you, Steve-O? Happy Tuesday, man. And let's do some GSXing. Sitting at Fort Worth in a 777, getting ready to go to O'Hare. Nice. So do I have to hot fix every airport? I must have. I thought I updated GSX, but I must not have. That's probably what that's telling me. Right? Oh, Lord. All right. Pushback. We'll do Delta. In the meantime, we got some bleed air coming on.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
AP is available. Cool. So we can cut the external power. Let's get some pumps on. Getting ready to start the aircraft. Let's go beacon on. I'm having a great day, buddy. I am. No, let's keep it going, man.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Everything's disconnected there. Cool. Yeah, day off. Got a few things done. It's been cool and rainy here, so I haven't felt like I've had to be out, you know, in the yard. I've got a lot to do outside, but I kind of have not felt like I have to be outside, you know what I mean? Which is nice. I got a little bit of stuff done outside. I got a little bit of cleaning up done inside. The best part was having lunch with my wife. She works at our college, and they had a little Cinco de Mayo taco bar today. It was really good. Got to make an IRL run here in a few. No worries, man. Do what you got to do. I'm glad you checked in. Okay, they should be asking me which way to push here. We're going to actually push. So we're departing northbound today out of Jackson Hole. We don't do that very often, but today is that day. So you picked a good day to be here. Okay, we've got 2984. Let's get things set up here. Okay, there we go. So we want nose right today.
Release parking brakes.
Okay, brakes are released.
Commencing push.
And
All engines clear. Start at will.
we're going to go ahead and just spin it all the way up to 340. No ATC, unfortunately, but that's okay. We'll still make it work. And let's get number 1 turning. Altimeter altitude set. No fan heat needed. This isn't one of those Neo engines that has to have all kinds of weird stuff beforehand. And oh, you're joining. Ah, heck yeah, Brad. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. I see a little okay, I'll never do that again. Conte, I thought you were streaming today. What are you doing, sir? What are you doing? Thanks for being here, by the way, dude. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Steve-O,
Set parking brakes.
Brad, Conti, Shusey, Fixie. Again, if I can disrupt the productivity of your work by even 5 to 6%, I feel pretty good. The corporate lords, they'll make it up to you somehow. All right, I need to know one more bit of information, critical bit of information. What is the CTAF here in Jackson's Hole, Jacksonifornia, 18075. Diet Pepsi's kicking in here.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass bin removed.
And I do have a squawk.
Left is clear.
5246. Okay, he's taking care of all of his business there. 5246. Hopefully JPC is too busy flying his plane to be taking notes in his book like he always does. I'm way past my check ride with him, by the way. So I'm really happy that Boise has been distracting him a little bit with all of his check rides in the Airbus and the 172, and so thanks for doing that, Boise. Okay, brakes are on. Is he clear? There he is. He's out of here. Thank you, dude. Yeah, he's been doing some check ride stuff with Conti, so that's pretty cool. I tell you, I never get over just how generous some of our real life pilots are, like JPC. Like, just shares his knowledge freely. It's really an awesome thing. All right, let's see if my comms are working here. Jackson Hole traffic, United 16. We're going to be taxiing runway 1 via Alpha. Jackson Hole. Yep, very cool. All right, flaps 1. We are up 0.6. I'm sure Brad would like to push back here, so I got to get my butt out of the way. 5, 6. Control checks. Everything is working good. Let's rock. See if I have my, as usual, I don't have my throttles bound correctly. Oh, nice. There are some kind of cool mods for the Yellowstone area that has like that, and has Old Faithful Lodge, and even some of the other, like the Grand Charismatic Springs, and I'm going to take you on one of my tours in the cool things to see in Wyoming. I'll take you to Yellowstone. I'm going to show you the way that you're going to want to go when you go to Yellowstone, because there is a right way, according to me. Uh-oh, Chally spot sighting. Hello, gorgeous. Oops, here we are. Yeah, man, we can have some fun. We'll have some fun. Okay. Oh goodness, we're running over some bumps here. All right, so let's make sure everything is copacetic. We are. Why does it show 4.0 fuel? Oh, that's when we get to Boise. Okay, we're fine there. All this stuff is extinguished and looking good. Strobe coming on. Logo light. Let's get the landing lights on. And better put some of these signs on here, or my passengers will be going crazy back there. All right. Jackson Hole traffic, United 16, departing runway 1. We will be westbound, Jackson Hole. Okay, so initially though, we're not. We're going to be. Well, actually, no, we are westbound. I mean, a little bit northbound, but westbound, and then we'll turn back. Eastbound, and then we'll turn back to the west. Yeah. you get the gist. Nobody's here anyway. Max armed off. Whoops, missing my turn here. Okay, that's clear. To the right. Left and the right. I can't even tell my lefts and my rights apart. Goodness sakes. Okay, only 123 on rotation. The rare runway 1 departure. This will be fun. Alright, so again, it's a bit of a westbound deal until we climb up, and then we'll turn to the north. And then we'll be on track, or on, yeah, we'll be vectoring ourselves to Idaho Falls. Alright, here we go. We're toga today, so we're full forward. Full power takeoff in the high altitude. Here's airspeed. V1 and rotate. There's the flight attendant telling me that the cabin is secure and we're ready for takeoff. Too late, babe. I was ready to gear up. Silix doing some VFR on the network for the first time. Heck yeah. Welcome to the dark side, Silix. Flaps coming up. Climb power set. Autopilot on. We're going to turn towards the old barn. Famous barn on Mormon Row. Yep, up over Geyer. Very good, very good. Make use of the valley here, Snake River Valley. That's it. That's good, good. So I want you to remember this area right here. You probably have seen this picture before. That's where that barn is. Right, go right up this road here. Right up this little road here. Back into there, and that barn is about right over here somewhere. I had this idea for a series once, and it just never quite materialized. Dude, that's some bad photogrammetry right there. I don't know what's going on there. Shadows of clouds or something. But anyway, the idea was I was going to take a helicopter and I was going to fly to all of the places where Ansel Adams took his famous photos. Shattermash, thank you very much. I appreciate that, man. Good to see you. And that was going to be one of the places. I was going to take off like from the nearest airport and fly to, all these spots. So there's another famous spot right up. I think it's right. I think the turnoff is right there. And you've probably seen it again. It's a famous Snake River overlook photo. And again, it's an Ansel Adams signature shot. You guys have surely seen this one before. Yeah, I don't know. It just never happened. I need to rethink that because I think it'd be kind of fun. Because he did like 4 pretty cool shots. Obviously the Snake River Overlook one was his most well known for this part of the world, but he did a couple near Jackson Lake, and then of course he did a bunch in Yosemite. Yanni, what's going on? I have a feeling this is a loaded question, but I'm going to say no. I have not. Ominous positivity. Soren, it is. It's a great place to fly VFR. Sorry you missed me on the stream the other day. No, that's okay. Tim Dog actually clued me in that you were on departure, which was way cool. So I had Tim on ground, you on departure, and Stu on center. It was really an awesome trip. Very lucky to have such good ATC and 3 guys I know. So Yanni, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Look at that. That's the Snake River Overlook. Almost perfect right there, man. Not quite, but you get the picture. Oh, okay. Thanks, Yanni. I need that. I need that. I was telling folks before, I'm in a little bit of a slump. I've crashed or had something dumb happen in 2 of the last 3 streams. So, oh, we got a little discontinuity here, by the way. So let's clear that out. So I'm due for a good one here. We probably at this point we're above. A little trivia question about Wyoming. There's no peaks. We don't have any 14ers in Wyoming. So if you get up above 14,000 feet, you are safe. Let's go direct to Idaho Falls. Many new subs will find you. You sound very Obi-Wan. You know, we go from May the 4th to Cinco de Mayo. This is a pretty good time of year. Ominous positivity is my new favorite thing. And, oh man, feel better? Oh yeah, no, it's all good, man. It's all sarcastic, moaning and groaning. Life is good, and God is great. So I'm good to go, man. Flight simming is it's a great outlet and all that stuff, but I do not take it super seriously. I probably should take it a little more seriously, but it's all good, man. I got a lot of discontinuities. Why? Why, SpongeBob? Why? Probably because I don't have a very long flight and it wants an arrival. Okay, 2-8 left. So I'm not going to worry about an arrival per se. I think we're just going to grab an approach into 2-8 left. We've got a VOR approach. Got an RNAV approach. Oh boy. Me and RNAV approaches. I don't know. Oh, Revenge of the 5th. Yes, I forgot about that. That's actually a very good point, Yanni. I forgot about that. Yep. I got, like, part of my family now is Hispanic, so I have to tune into that side of the culture as well. But yes, Revenge of the 5th. That is good stuff. All right, I'm looking here and trying to find what is then Return of the 6th. Okay, I have not heard of that. That's good, because Revenge and Return. Okay, yeah, that's good. All right, so I'm looking at the RNAV X-ray, and that doesn't make any sense for me to shoot. Yankee. What does Yankee look like? That makes more sense. We can come in here probably from Yogic. Come on down. Alright, I think we might pick... So what would it be? Little? Is that where we want to come in from? Or Camel? Where's Camel? Where's Camel? So it gives me a Camel transition, but I don't see Camel on the... I don't see Camel anywhere on the chart. I love that. I love that. That makes no sense to me. Transition Camel. I see Little. I see Canic. I see Cellor. Alright, let's just add it to final here and see what it does for us here. I don't want that either. That takes me up here, brings me around. That makes no sense. Alright, do we not have... I know they have a runway closed. Kitten, how are you? VFR in Japan. Yeah, yeah. So, okay, I gotta get rid of that. All right, I'm gonna be looking at that while we're flying here. It's not a good system. Oh, Shattermash is talking. Return of the Sith movie. Pretty bird. Alright, my kingdom for an arrival here. And again, we have some approaches to 28 right, but I think 28 right is being worked on. Does anybody know? What's the D8? What's D8 saying right now? Uh-oh. Boise right now, activate us, RNAV, runway 28 left, and visual approaches in use. Well, maybe that would solve the problem. We'll just go visual. Alright, I do have an RNAV Zulu. RNAV RNP Zulu to 28 left. Again, it's from a point that I don't see on this chart. From Lally. Oh yeah, so that's way the heck. Alright. It's like all my 28 left RNAVs are coming from the west. It's really weird. Really weird. Cody song. We got time. Get your dance emotes ready. Guys, let's do the Cody song. Let's go, baby. 1, 2, 3, dance. Yeah, 28 right's closed. That's right. So I'm trying to find an RNAV 28 left. I think the Zulu is going to be our choice. 5 Yankee to Little. Court 4 arrival. All right, Brad, thank you. I will get it punched in. Yeah, baby.
Oh, Cody, my co-pilot, my star in the sky.
Thank you, Tim.
As the clouds roll by. Protector and greeter, my fluffy knight. Guiding my streams with his bark so bright. Skies and endless streams. He's the hero of all my dreams. A little dog with a mighty roar.
Those are good, Tim.
My heart, he's forevermore. My co-pilot, my star in the sky. Barking for love as the clouds roll.
If I can find some I haven't done for a while here.
Protector and greeter, my fluffy knight. Guiding my streams with his bark so bright.
Here we go. Guys are the best. All right, I've got to get an arrival in here. I hope it's not too late. Oh, wait a second. Light plan. What? Is it too late? I don't know. I want to go to Little. I may have to just do this. Good Lord. This is a mess. This is a mess. Alright, we're going to Boise. Holy cow, this is a mess. Alright, I've totally messed up my flight plan here, you guys. Tim, welcome in, by the way. Thank you very, very much. Great to see you. And yes, you did. Perfect timing. Alright, so let's go back here. Init information. Okay, Boise. Arrival, there we go. ILS, you were suggesting ILS, no, you were suggesting RNAV Yankee into 28 left off of the Court 4. And what were you thinking about our transition? Reaps? I don't remember what you said about the transition there. I don't like any of those. Yeah, from Little. Yeah, I don't like any of these transitions. So we're gonna just roll with this. All right, so there we go. Yep, Courts, Bowls. Then we go Little. Then we come into LC. No, this is not what we want. Alright, I'm getting serious now. I'm taking my direct little, taking my glasses off now. We're getting serious. This is how serious I am. Glasses off. Leaning in into the mic. So direct little. Boom. Insert. Okay. Now we're turning. Okay, we're going where we need to go. And then from little, we're going to be. So we have the. All right. So here's my conundrum, guys. So from little, like, do I go down here to Ariat? Do I go to Zebor? Where do I go? Where do I go? Now go back and do the approach via. All right. Let's see here. Yeah. Destination data. Top of descent's coming up here. All right. So we go. Arrival via VOR28. RNAV's Yankee, which is what's selected. Oh gosh, I just clicked the wrong thing. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that anymore. Vias. There we go. No via. No little. There we go. All right. There we go. Now we're cooking with butter. Turn. Insert. Haha. All right. Finally. Oh, select heading track first. That's right, because it's going to want to change me here. Okay. Now I can insert it. And because it's going to try to turn me back to balls or whatever, bowls. Okay. So, how are we doing? No, that's okay. Alright, that's alright. We got time. Court. Oh yeah, see, I'm past little already. That's why. Is that why? Am I past little? Is that why it doesn't want me to? No, I'm not. I'm heading to court, right? I don't know. Go direct little again. Okay, thank you.
Annie West reminding you to read the chat.
Thanks for the help, you guys. Direct little. All right, now we're speed error. Yeah, we can get all that taken care of. Okay, cool. Now we're good. Now we're good. All right, so let's do some destination data here. Usually my first officer would take care of all this for me. I mean, what's he doing? What the heck's he doing? Then we're going to have to start to descend. It's like it's a 42-minute flight or something. QNH 2979. Temperature 24. Thanks for the help, you guys, by the way. Appreciate that. Winds 310 at 13. And the barrel on this RNAV approach is 3380. Awesome. All right, that's ready to go. And now, since we're coming up on top of descent here, I think we might as well head down. What's my court 4 want at little? Wants us at 9,000 or above at little. Okay, that's all set and ready. And we're getting close. Yeah, there we go. Now, I would set it... Oh, you would say all the way to 5,800 because there's no... Oh, yeah, because that's the initial fix on the approach. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, since there's no ATC. Good point. Good point. You know, JPC, if this Simmon thing doesn't work out, you should really consider a career in the airlines. You seem to know a lot. I got faff attitude right now. That's my problem. Watch your what? You watch your faff. You faff. You faff and faff. Good. You get absolutely faffed, Brad. All right. Buckle up, Boise. Coming in, baby. All right. CTAF, KBOI. 18.1. All right, that's probably good enough. Let's give it to the airplane. Let's let it do its thing. 18.1. Punch it in, and did I enter the destination data and the baro mints? Well, let's check. Michael Senante. It would appear that I have. Did I do the reverse question mark? No, I didn't, because I forgot it. That's why. And I don't even know if it's appropriate to do the reverse question mark right now, but I remember you telling me about the reverse question mark. I got the destination data in there. So we got that going for us. So the auto brake's set. That's it for now. Okay. And I have, wait, let me do the mental math. Landing distance, temperature, altitude, distance I'm looking for. Yeah, medium. I've been really practicing my landing distances. Oh, whoops. Unarmed. Armed. Right. I don't mean to toot my own horn, Brad, but I'm really not very good at this. Alright, everything up here looks good. You know what I forgot to do? My poor flight attendant is working hard back there. And I didn't even talk to her. Oh, that was the mech trying to call me. That ain't good. I want the flight attendant. I want her telling me it's all ready to go. Unarmed until we go final flaps. Hey, look at the mountains out there, JPC. Isn't that cool? That's what's the name of that peak right there again? Can't remember the name of that peak. Is that Senante Peak, I think? Yeah, there we go. I'm not going to have time to do a leg of the Cinnabon challenge, unfortunately. I'm going to get on the ground here. I got to call it good. See, it's supposed to be make Mike sweat, not make Uncle Melvin, your beloved Uncle Melvin, sweat. Twitch's favorite uncle. Anyway, I gotta get dinner prepped up here, and this actually, timing wise, is going to be just about perfect. Although what I may end up doing, if Tuesday is indeed going to be an afternoon stream for me, is I might bump it up and go like maybe 1 o'clock instead of 2 o'clock. Just bump it up an hour, because we went about a half an hour early today, and that was good. That gave me 2 good flights, you know. And I'll probably keep the whole, you know, like 1 GA, 1 airliner kind of combo going there. So maybe I need about like 1 to 5, like a 4-hour block. That ought to be pretty good. Okay. Hey, everybody, again, check it out. We've got snowpack here is not what it normally is. Could somebody look up what the normal snowpack is for this time of year? Can somebody tell me what the normal snowpack is for this time of year? 'Cause that seems low to me. Does that seem low to you guys too? They're pretty dry over here, aren't they? Yeah, it's dry heat. That's right. Shadow match. I need a 4-hour adjustment to the day. Yeah. You know, when I first was told about having Tuesday off, I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm kind of indifferent to it. But I really, if it happens, I'm really liking it. It's like a little midweek. You know, like you survive Monday, get a little day off, a little recovery time. You know, I kind of like it. And if it's something I'm able to do consistently too, like the long-term plan is to actually free up my weekends a little bit. So maybe I'm able to do, you know, all my streaming during the week. Maybe get three good streams, or maybe a 4th stream during the week, and then I have my weekend off, which would work a little bit better for my family if I'm being honest. So. Yeah, Brad, you didn't see anything, by the way. You didn't see me do anything. I was just checking up here just to see if everything. I was checking the battery volts. Now, I was a little concerned because Bat 1's a little, you know, more than that. Bat 2. But yeah, otherwise I didn't do anything else. Statewide Idaho, 69%. Oh, gosh. Yeah. I wonder. I think Wyoming is worse than that. Although, again, yeah, just routine scans. Every good pilot does them. We have, the last 2 weeks, we've actually had some pretty good snow up in our mountains, which helps a lot because we need it. Oh, you know what? How many times have I talked about weather and no one has made fun of me? Exclamation point weather.
It's time for your weather update on KMEL, the Mountain.
When anytime old guys talk about the weather, you guys have got to hold me accountable. Brad, I think you're the only one that noticed, by the way, so. All right, we're coming up on transition altitude. We said 29er, 79er. I'm going to preset that here. And everything else I think is okay for now. Let's look at the arrival flows. Yeah, auto brake set, barrel set through transition level. That's what we have to go. Cabin signs are on. And lights on through 10,000. Oh, let's not forget to turn the lights on. Jake, what is up? How's that auto rotation? Oh my gosh, Jake. Jake. Where do I start? I ran out of fuel, and when I watched the replay, come to find out my rotor it froze. It seized, so there was no auto rotation. What you saw, my helicopter spinning, was all I had. So I actually have done an auto rotation in that R44, and it does it pretty well. I can't say what I did at the time was all that pretty, but I was able to get it down safely without, you know, breaking anything. But I don't know what. I'm not sure what would have caused. I don't know why it stopped spinning. So I don't know. It's interesting, but it was a what is that? I can't see what's that say. A mast bump, huh? Yeah. It was not a good way to end a stream. That's all I can say. It was a great stream up to that point, and then yeah, it didn't end up well. But that's all right. Sometimes that's the way it goes. All right, down the hill into Boise. if anybody does decide to, like, if you're looking for like a last minute Father's Day gift for me, one of those Super Cubs from the backcountry Super Cubs guys. I wear an extra large, so, and I don't have a color preference. Like, anything works. So, just saying. Well, I think he actually did a lot better than me, but mine was just pure stupidity, just not like, how hard is it to look down and check the fuel? And I know that R44, it's not exactly fuel efficient. So, just stupidity by me, but I felt like Ibanez was a lot more in control of his helicopter than I was mine. However, one thing that was good about my flight is I do think I found my next scenery I'm going to work on. There's a little strip there that is right there on the north. On the north side, Bar 10 airstrip or something like that. So that's gonna be my next scenery project. Kev, how's it going, man? Yeah, I don't know. I still like how Josh McCreary described it, and I don't remember exactly how he described it, but it's something to the effect of 1,000 moving pieces on top of an oil leak, all trying to kill you, or something like that. But Jake, you have quite a bit of, you were giving some pretty good advice. I picked up a few things from what you were talking to Ibanez about. You obviously have some real life heli experience, right? Gravity repels heli due to pure ugliness. It's an interesting way to promote. Oh, you just have some good knowledge then. Okay, I see. Yeah, it's an interesting way to promote heavier than air flight for sure. I have great respect. I live right in the flight path of our local airport and our medical helicopter landing spot, and he flies an Airstar. One of their planes is one of their helis is an Airstar, A-Star, sorry, and God, they make it look easy. No matter the wind, time of day, it doesn't matter. They just freaking come right in, same every time, same pattern every time, and crosswind down. They don't have a choice. They have only one way in, and the guy just from pure hauling butt to slowing down to making the turn to nice and easy all the way down. Hover right above and then set it down gently. He makes it look so easy. It could be a she too. I don't know. They have multiple pilots, and then I hit in there and it's like, I'm Carl. Frankie, thank you. There you go. A million loose parts trying to get away from each other, held together by oil leaks, all conspiring to kill you. There you go. I remembered Acro Nerd had a great saying about that. Yeah. You really enjoyed my hot air balloon stream some time ago. What? Brad? I don't think I've ever done a hot air balloon stream. However, my grandson loves flying the hot air balloon in 2024. He thinks the Zeppelin's the best. Oh, there's a bunch of them. The IRL one, yeah. I'm sorry. Spaced that out. We have that balloon rally. That was kind of a fun one. I forgot I did that. Yeah, I'm glad you remembered. That's cool. So Jake, you're working on your PPL, then go on instrument, then maybe go commercial rotor wing. Oh, okay. That's awesome. That's a whole like from what I understand, just a whole other beast, man. But that's pretty cool. You have yet to fly the hot air balloon. It's actually kind of cool, Frankie. I hate to say it, but it's kind of cool. But I think, again, I'm with my grandson. I think the Zeppelin is actually, for just messing around, it's kind of fun. Yeah, so you got kind of the same thing, Tim, as what I'm talking about, isn't it? Isn't it amazing how easy they? I mean, you don't see any of this messing around stuff like in my stream. They're so locked in and boom, just right down. It's crazy. Yeah, it's like I said. It's I mean, I don't know how study level it is, Frankie, but my grandson and I, maybe that's why I like it, because that's what my grandson and I flew last. But it's not very fast. It's pretty easy to control. And, yeah, you can only see him land when the leaves are off the tree. Cool. Soren, you just touched down. Excellent. Excellent. Soren shared an IRL landing of his the other day, by the way. And it was pretty dang cool. Let me see if I can... We got time to share it here. Check it out. This is our boy. Here he comes. If anyone here does not know Zilix, go give him a follow, by the way. He's also a very good streamer. Loves the long haul stuff. But is a real life Japan Airlines A350 and 777 pilot. And makes a mess of the runway pretty much every time he comes in. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Yep. LAX. Pretty dang crazy. And to do that, I mean, I think that's really awesome anyway, but to do that after like a 12, 13, 14 hour flight, I think it's even that much more impressive. So good job, Soren. Thanks again for all the shares. He's shared several of those with me over the years. I remember the first one when we just were kind of getting to know him a couple of months ago. I mean, he's been well, it's maybe been at the beginning of the year, but we accidentally caught him. Someone caught him on the that same Plane Spotters stream, and he was, at the time, he was flying for Lufthansa, and he was departing in the A380. That was way cool. Somebody caught it and shared it with him, and he shared it with the stream. That was pretty dang awesome. Yeah, that was the first one you shared. Yep. All the way back when you were flying with the Lufty guys. I better make a radio call. Boise traffic. United 816 is about 40 miles east of the field. We're descending 9,000 and we're inbound 28 left, Boise. I have no idea how far out we are. I'm just guessing. There's 5, 10, 15, maybe more like 20. It's alright. Ooh, I should have the terrain on. What was I thinking? Hit the terrain. Alright, so we're on the RNAV, and so let's see. Landing systems can come on, and I like, are we on the approach? Zbor. Wait. Yeah, we're on the approach. It's Armit. Z-Boar's at first, coming into Nestle, sorry. Nestle. That'll be us. Cool. Oh, that was good. The other one, though, that was good was the one where you were kicking up water all over the place. That was pretty nice as well. Alright, coming around the mountain, I see the airfield. And 2-8 left is what we're looking for. Looking good. So far, so good. Managing the speed for us. Here we go. There we go.
Hi, Captain. The cabin is now secure for landing.
Thank you, dear. Sorry I missed your first call there. Yeah, on the 7-8. That was cool. Alright, so I actually gotta correct myself here. We're on about a 10-mile final here in just a bit. So, well, I need to get some speed pulled off here, don't I? Feel like we're a little fast. This is what probably drives JPC nuts, is I don't let the... Alright, I'm gonna let the airplane manage the speed. He always tells me I try to over Boeing the plane. So I'm gonna let the aircraft manage the speed. It's gonna get me down here. Speed air, oh, but it has a speed air at Vanku. So that's, I'm gonna take over speed. I don't care. JPC, I'm sorry. So we go down to 210 here. We're gonna try. It's not, though. Why is it not? 180. Why? What am I doing wrong here, JPC? Why is it not slowing down? Because we're already at idle is why. Alright, speed brake's coming out. That's why. Idle, idle, idle. It doesn't... Yeah, that's right. You tell me that all the time. Okay. Ah, she's coming. She's coming. Alright. Yeah, Boise traffic. 9816 is 7-mile final. 2-8 left. Sorry, it's Boise traffic. Yeah, gear down. Oh, that's right. Yep, we'll go gear. I can go a notch of flaps. Chirp, chirp, chirp. I'm going to go all the way down to my speed here. 129. It's time to configure, friends.
Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain.
Shattermage.
Too low, terrain.
Uncle Melvin does not configure early nor late. He configures precisely what he means to.
Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain.
All right.
Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain. Too low,
All right, we're gonna go around. Just too slow or too fast. And Boise traffic 9816 on the go. Gear coming up. Just couldn't quite get it slowed down quickly enough. Alright. Okay. Go around for us is straight out to Jimmy and hold at 6,000. Heading set. Climbing on up. Alright. And I don't know if I'll hold it. Jimmy will head that way. We'll do maybe one lap here and come back in. Why do I struggle with the RNAV approaches so much? Brad's gonna do it. He's gonna show us how it's done, man. Glad one of us will make a good name for the United Airlines. Alright, so we've got, what kind of a speed are we looking at here? Yeah, 230 is probably alright. Let's go to lever climb. Oh, I thought I was in it. Sorry. There we go. Up to 6, and we will, like I say, we'll fly one lap around, and we'll come back in, try it again. Make me proud, Brad. In the flared flaps too. Oh, jeez. The peanut gallery was going crazy here. JPC giveaway speed, go around, Shatterage, 300, Zilix. Wow, we're fast. Come on, guys. I was on top of this, man. I want to be about 210 around 15, 180 at 10. Yeah. I got too busy. What was I doing? Oh, I was looking at I blame Soren, man. I was looking at your videos, dude. It's all your fault. Somewhere back there, Brad is making us proud. All right, so to do this again, then let's see. What do I probably have to go in and redo all this, don't I? So destination, arrival, RNAV, Zulu 28. No, it's RNAV Yankee. So via, we said it was, we did Seller, didn't we? No, we did Little. I don't want to go all the way back out to Little, but we'll do this. Okay, so is it still active? Do I just have to go back and so I just have to go back to Little basically and then just resume the approach, right? Alright, so we'll do a quick hold here. Gosh dang it, that's gonna screw me up. I'm not gonna be able, I would be late to dinner. That's maybe bad. Okay, let's do this. We're not gonna do the hold. Let's go. We're gonna jump in like a left-hand pattern here and see if we can't come back around and try to get to Nestle. There we go. That's going to be where we'll try to rejoin Nestle, and I need to be down 6,800 at Nestle, so that's good. Okay, that's good. Just crazy enough to work, you guys. Okay. Alright, let's turn back on kind of the downwind here. Okay, Boise traffic, United 16 is vectoring eastbound at 6,000 to rejoin the approach to runway 28 left, Boise. Alright, what do we think here? Thanks for being here, you guys. This was fun. It was a great day. If I can make it upstairs before my wife gets home, Should be none the wiser.
Aircraft Boise Tower is open. Boise information Tango current altimeter 297 meter.
Oh boy, all right. And Boise Tower, good afternoon. It's United 816. We were on the go around and we're just kind of self-vectoring south of the field to try the RNAV Yankee 28 left again.
United 816, Boise Tower low, call me on final.
All right, call you on final, 816. Brad, thanks for flying, man.
473, Boise Tower low, cross runway 28 right on Golf Taxi Alpha to parking. I'm good.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right, so I think we could actually probably, if we did this right, we could come in here and intercept Vunku at 58. Vunku, I don't know how you say that. That would give us, what is that? How far out are we? Yeah, we'll go Nestle. That gives us a little bit extra room. Nestle is about 14.5. All right, 14.5, and then JPC is saying at 15 we should be at 210. So I'm gonna just speed up a little bit here, and probably wouldn't be terrible just to have one notch of flaps out. Gears up. Speed brake is armed. Auto brakes are still set. Lights are still on. Like I say, lights are on. Forgot to turn them off. Forgot to turn them on. It's a circle of life kind of thing. Okay. All my passengers with those tight connections are irritated right now. Yeah, what about that old snowpack, Brad? Oh my gosh, you guys. The simplest things I struggle with. I don't know what I just think I'm getting old. I think I'm losing it. I think I'm mentally not able to do stuff anymore. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. All right, it's always good though to practice a go around from time to time. It is, JPC. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. What do you got next Tuesday? Wait, let me look at my schedule. Yeah, what's your next Tuesday look like? The 12th. Let me know. Let me know. Northwest Nights, I know, but like earlier in the day. Could we do something? No, maybe not. Oh, you mean those aren't real, Soren? Or all right, I'll get with you, JPC. I'll get with you. We'll figure it out. But yeah, you're right. It's time for another one. Well, so the invent invasion is 5, right? So we would have to do it like, you know, at least a couple hours before that, right? So like it'd have to be no later than about 3 o'clock your time. That'd be all right. 5 p.m. Oh, so yeah, 7 o'clock. I apologize. 7 o'clock your time. So we'd have to go like about 5, right? Because the event is at 2300. So if we went like, you know, like 2000, 19. Kev. Thanks, man. 2 p.m. Mountain. All right, so that's kind of when I. Okay, that works. That actually is exactly what I have planned. Is a Phoenix flight. There's a Tunis Tuesday, and then the Northwest Nights invasion. Well, Jeffrey. Oh, thank you, sir. And to celebrate, I just did a go around, and pretty damn well. I must admit. Holy cow! It's 74 months, dude. I saved my last little bit of Diet Pepsi just for that, man. Thank you. Smooth. All right, so there is. We're gonna go Nestle, and then we're gonna shoot this bad boy again. Jeffrey B, man. Jeffrey is the man. He's the man with the master plan. All right, let's try to see if we can get this. Hello from Boise Tower. Hey, Nate. Thanks for coming on, man. I'm sorry that I'm already bungling up your airspace, but I configured super late. My chat is being distracting right now. In fact, I'm looking for somebody to report them to. Yeah, so yeah, Brad, the United that came in there that actually looked like he knew what he was doing. That's our buddy Brad. So, but appreciate you hopping on, Nate. We're just wrapping up a little Tuesday afternoon stream, distracting people from their work obligations, trying to make the corporate overlords upset with us. All right, let's do this. Direct Nestle. Yeah, direct Nestle. Here we go. Turning inbound. Let's see if we do any better this time. Zoop. On the approach. And 6,800 at Nestle, so we're below that, but that's okay. That's okay. And then I'm gonna descend to 5,800 because that's where we're gonna intercept the glide slope there at Vunku, which is about 5 miles past Nestle. So I think we'll just do that. We'll see if we do any better.
2,500.
Checked. Nate, would you talk to whoever you need to have them hurry up and get 28 right fixed? We'd really appreciate that. No, it's all good. One of the cool things about VATSIM, I think, is that we simulate all that stuff, runway closures and taxiway closures and all that stuff. It's pretty awesome. All right. I was getting serious for a minute. I took my glasses off, but now we're going to just get back, chill out. Oh, I know I've lined up on the wrong runway many times coming in here and hope that you guys didn't notice, but yeah, it happens. Teterboro's going to open up soon. Oh, Jeffrey, yes. Well, maybe after dinner I might come back down, but I have to have the appropriate amount of flirting time, with my wife after work, visiting and other types of shenanigans, But all right, here we go, guys. 5,800. We're 210, and I'm going to go ahead and this is what killed us last time. Was we were just so quick, so fast. We even made Shattermaj a little bit nervous, and he's pretty cool under fire, man. He's an ATC guy himself, so when he gets concerned, we know there's something going on. Bunchy is 9.1, so that's what That's what JPC recommends is it's about 210 at 15 and about 180 at 10. So that's what we're going to do. And then again, we are approach speed is activate approach phase. Approach speed is 128 today. Okay, we're just about to turn to final. I got the field in sight. Airspeed's much better now. Is she here in the chat? Nanami, if you're here in the chat, I just want you to know that that is wrong. What Soren did. Guy can't be stealing fries like that. That's a boundary you don't cross. Yeah, no, it is a no-go. I'm telling you, you're right. You are right. All right, lights on. Let's go ahead and check in. And tower, hello again, United 816 on the final 28 left.
United 816, hello, wind 310 at 13, gusting 22, runway 28 left, clear to land.
28 left, clear to land, United 816. All right, coming gear. And, yep, time to slow down, right? 120, what did we say, 120? 28. Thank you for the follow. Nate, you're going to regret it, but thank you. We suck you in, man, and almost make you think that we know what we're doing here, because I've got all these real life pilots that are hanging out and helping me, but in the end, it's really not much of a. Yep, I'm giving it away. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Okay, we're full flaps. Gear is down, and I want to fly a little bit here if we can.
Touchdown aircraft, Boise information, uniform current, Boise altimeter 2976.
Little late adjustment there, but we're cool. Alright, let's see if watching all those Zilix landing videos are going to pay off. So an A350 is pretty much just like an A320, right, Soren? Okay, we're locked in. Much more stable now. Chat's going crazy. I can't look. Sterile cockpit. Hi, Beaver. How are you, man?
Touchdown aircraft, apologies, it's 2979.
Tex, what's up, dude? Tex, we may or may not have done a go around, and you know, I think we're giving JPC an hiatal hernia. How are you, bud? If we're successful, it's a right-hand turnoff. If we're unsuccessful, it's runway heading to 6,000. Hold the Jimmy. You know, ask me how I know that. All right. Hopefully I'm not making an egregious error. I probably am, because I'm actually on glide and stable. So there's probably something I'm doing wrong.
Minimum.
That's a good placement for that VOR. I see good pappies. Oh, now we got a little bit low. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, a little bit low. Flight directors are kind of misleading me here a little bit, aren't they? Alright, that's okay. We're okay. Little submarine approach.
Retard.
Yeah, it was very flat. Very flat. Alright, let's go reversers. A little bit right of the center line as well. And reversers are green. Kick those off. Let's hang it right. That was better. Always good to do it.
Welcome to Boise, right on Able.
All right, right turn, United 16. Always good to practice a go around and then execute it. All right, let's clean stuff up here and okay, come out of beta. Or sorry, come out of reversers range. I keep forgetting that my throttle quadrant is a little different here, so I leave it in reversers longer than I intend here.
United 816, cross 32 right at Echo, taxi Alpha to parking. Thanks for coming out.
All right, crossing 28 right on Echo and Alpha to parking. Appreciate the ATC, man. And good chatting with you, United 816.
My pleasure.
Okay, we're going to just, where are we going? I think there's some gates over here that are more appropriate. Let's find Brad, if Brad's still here. Oh, there's Brad. Let's go right next to Brad. Thanks again for flying. Cord line, yeah, sorry. It's the new Airbus Beta. It's not been made public yet. I just have early access to it because I'm kind of a big deal. I've been flying the freaking Kodiak too much. All right, swing low. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll advertise the heck out of that, man. We're going to be doing an event in Tunisia as well, so it'll be really good. Man, are we going to have room here, Brad? I don't want a wingtip strike. How about that A350 that ran into the jetway the other day? Did you guys see that? That was pretty crazy. All right, let's go ahead. We'll just get her to a little turnaround state. Ooh, gosh dang, I left all the lights on. Sorry, ground crew. I struggled with lights today. I struggled with lights. Strobe off. And that's probably won't let me do ground power until I get shocks in. I got to have 58 side stick message warnings here. Oh, gosh dang. Sorry about that. Get the jetway going here. Get on the ground. Yeah, no, I'm not following the right procedure here, but I don't even care. Okay. Yeah, China Eastern. Brad, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, my gosh. Who did I miss? Eric, you came in here. How's it going? Cordline Sims? Welcome. If I missed anybody else there in short final, I do apologize. But that was way cool, man. Brad, thanks again for flying. No big deal. It's just a couple United baby buses coming in from Jackson's Hole. It's all good, man. It's all good. All right. We need to do. We need to raid out. I need to get my butt upstairs. Make sure I got everything ready to go for dinner. Jeffrey, I may be back later on. Hopefully, I don't know. Maybe not. Just depends on how things go. We might start binge watching something here. And I'm ready. Sanante. You bring it on, boy. I'm ready. I got you something right here, man. All right, I'm going to queue up. Let's raid out to Stewie. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, guys. And again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I am back on Thursday. It'll be in the evening time, and I will send you a little ping face when it's time for that. But we'll have some fun there on Thursday. So let's go raid Stu, and I'll catch you in a couple days. Nate, thanks for the follow. Jeffrey, thank you for the 74 months as well as the 100 bits. Ian Fisher, thank you for the raid. And I don't think I said thank you for follows 347 on the follow. Thank you so very much. And Kitten Airlines, you followed like last night. Thank you very, very much, guys. Thanks everybody. Off to work, Shadow Mage. Okay, thanks, dude. Good talking to you. JPC, have a great day. Brad again, thanks. Tex, Kev, Shusey, Fixie. Have a good day, everybody.